For years, men and women of all ages and ethnic backgrounds have enlisted in the United States Armed Forces and served their country upon their own free will and on a volunteer basis. But that has not always been the case for African Americans. Each of the branches of the United States Armed Forces plays a vital role in the protection of our country, and 4 of them were formed before our nation was established on July the 4th, 1776, and officially became the U.S. military in September of 1789. The U.S. military was formed on June 14, 1775, with the creation of the Continental Army, and would later be renamed the U.S. Army. Many believed this played a vital role in the development of our great nation. The Emancipation Proclamation, issued on January 1, 1863, allowed African Americans to join the Confederate Army, once not allowed to serve. The U.S. Army was comprised of 220,000 military troops at the beginning, and by 2020, there were nearly 500,000 active duty troops. The United States Navy was founded October 13, 1775, and today has become the most powerful naval force in the world, with men and women who serve on ships and air squadrons to protect our nation. The Naval Act of 1794 made the U.S. Navy a permanent standing of the armed forces and authorized the building of the first 6 frigates of our naval forces. By the end of World War II, the Navy had reached its peak, with operating nearly 7,000 ships in the fleet. Because of the advancement of technology and modern-day ships, today's Navy only requires 490 ships. The Air Division has 280 squadrons, and the entire Navy has about 35,000 personnel as of 2020. The United States Marine Corps was founded on November 10, 1775. And it's made up of some of the most elite men and women who serve on land, at sea, as well as in the air. The Marine Corps began with 2 battalions, and by 2020, there were more than 180,000 Marines. The United States Coast Guard is the maritime security search and rescue, as well as law enforcement branch of today's modern-day armed forces. It was first known as the Revenue Marine in August of 1775 and later renamed in January of 1915. The branch of the military is made up of several types of ships, small boats, specialized aircraft, helicopters, and fixed aircraft. And as of 2021, there were over 441,000 active duty personnel in the Coast Guard. For many years, it was a combined effort to protect by air. But on September 18, 1947, Congress created the United States Air Force, which would then become the air service of the U.S. Armed Services. As of 2020, the U.S. Air Force is the most powerful and technologically advanced air fleet in the world, with over 5,000 aircraft and 350,000 active duty service members. For many years, these 5 branches, along with reserve units, made up the U.S. Armed Forces. That was until December of 2019, when the U.S. Space Force was created to be the Space Service branch and has nearly 7,000 military personnel with 7 spacecraft.